punishments therein.
It will come to pass that the puppets of time will rule the land and will unite the nations through humor and wit, and that the way of the leaf will be known far and wide for their puppety goodness and overall unscripted fun times. And beautiful peals of laughter shall top every mountain and sweep through every vale, a joyous wind of mirth and peace that proclaims,
"This is the LeafCast," with Ryan and his brother Dan, and first-time readers Todd, Josh, and KayK. A deep dive into Robert Jordan's epic fantasy series, The Wheel of Time.
Let the puppets of chaos rule! Lo, it will come to pass that the puppets of time will rule the land.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I was contractually obligated to say, "Oh yeah," once an episode.
Oh yeah.
And welcome to the LeafCast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. My name is Ryan, and I am currently... forgot my lines. Go.
I am Ryan's brother Dan, and I came to follow he who comes with the dawn, not to coddle oathbreakers. And Tom?
I'm Tom, and I want to Jenga puff pass into this chapter already. Let's go!
And this is the LeafCast, episode 94. Humans on all the spectrums. We are covering chapters 20 through 23. We're going to try and get through a whopping 4 chapters, an unprecedented foursome, a quattro for all of y'all.
Yes.
I don't know if I can count that high.
You how many fingers do you have?
1, I guess.
Oh, they have one and like a webbed like flap. Tom, I'm so stoked you've joined us officially as an official host of the LeafCast. Tom will be here each and every Tuesday. Tom, your interview on Dragonmount was stupendous.
Thank you.
You did such a great job. I don't know how much time did you get to hang out with them backstage before the interview started?
Oh, only like 5 or 6 minutes. I think they were doing like a whole junket, like a press junket. You know, like they sit and they do like a bunch of interviews.
Oh, okay. Well, it seemed like you got to hang out with them for like a half hour, maybe had some drinks with them because there's so much energy and so much connection really right off the bat.
Oh, yeah, they were really cool. They were really nice. We chatted a bit, and
I was impressed with what you got out of them.
Thanks.
To be honest, I was like, wait a second. I imagine there were like Amazon handlers with like electronic prods, almost like right, what was that Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like they had like invisible collars around their neck. If they ran across a boundary, that would blow up. What was that, Running Man? Anyways, I thought they would be on such a tight leash that they couldn't enjoy themselves, that they'd be like, but they were loose. No. They had a great time. I think you got some really nuggets out of them, and I was stoked. The nugget I thought really impressed me was how much freedom they had to what the episode actually entailed. They were given like snippets of each actual live action episode, and they got to work, and it was a creation like in real time. It wasn't preordained by Amazon. So there's so many cool things. And another thing, they commissioned artists around the globe to work on this. Yep. And I think I found some of them on ArtStation and DeviantArt. So hopefully I'll be able to highlight them in some upcoming episodes. But yeah, like, it's really cool. Tom, you did a great job.
Kathy held my hand the whole way.
No, well, yeah, well, of course. But yeah, like, that goes without saying, but we're here to talk about Fires of Heaven.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I'm a little surprised that the people who do these do such a good job and have not read up to Fires of Heaven yet. I don't think they're brand new to the series.
Yeah.
Remy had read it just before she joined, but Dan had only started reading once he actually joined and got the project.
Mm-hmm.
Or then, that's what he said.
All right, well, speaking about, and you did not spoil one thing for them, and speaking about not spoiling anything, let's bring in our guests. You know them, you love them. You know them like the breakfast cereal you have in the morning and the lover you go to sleep with at night. Josh and KayK.
We got you.
And you're muted.
Hey, there's Josh.
And you're muted. And she...
Unmute me.
There we go.
Hi.
Unmute me then. Hey, everybody.
Hi, friends.
How are you,
Welcome.
Josh?
How is your week? How's your week been? And let's check in real fast. And actually, I want to know, Josh, what do you have coming up this weekend?
I am tired. It's been a long week. But yeah, playing some music up in Asheville again. Not doing One Closer X this time. But got some HRX songs in my set, DJ set. So,
Nice.
Yep. Should be fun.
Yeah, so you're doing Orlox. You're doing it live. When's the last time you performed live?
A long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, this is awesome. So Josh playing at a festival in Asheville. KayK, can you top that?
A festival? I'm sorry, I heard what festival?
Josh is playing a music festival in Asheville this weekend.
It's called
Everywhere Kay goes is a festival, so it's fine.
Ha, thank you. Thank you.
It's all just a party.
Hold on, I got some brown on my nose. I'll be right back.
Well, she is from the DKmoon Sedai, which is really only adept at creating fancy lighting and sound effects. Oh, there they are again, the DKmoon Sedai. That's some 4th age Sedai shit. All right, ladies. Oh no, I'm stopping that. Hey, humans, everyone, folks, thank you for joining us. We're gonna jump into it. We're just discussing chapter 20. Brother Dan, are you ready to take this away? You are in a new background. Do you want to explain what's happening?
Sure. Yeah, we have been without power for the last 2 days, and it doesn't look like that's going to end anytime soon. But the show must go on, and my friend has a garage and a generator, so here I am. If I sound echoey, guys, this is the best I can do.
You sound wonderful.
That was incredible that you were still able to join us tonight, Brother Tom. What a trooper.
Well, you know what? I am so dedicated, and I'm like Egwin running around the camp 50 times. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Okay, so can you move that mic closer to your mouth, please? There you go.
Is that better?
That's much better. I mean, that's overkill, but yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
come on,
I'll
yeah.
scooch it back a bit.
I know. Mike, discipline.
I'm really bad at it. You know this.
Discipline.
I tried to click the auto adjust the volume.
No, that never works. That's horrifying. Yeah, let's avoid that button. Everyone on the stream, avoid that button. All right, chapter 20.
Broadcast.
Chapter 20.
Yeah,
Chapter 20. It's the Jengai Pass.
Jengai Pass.
Named after. It looks like if you take one of the slots away, that the whole pass will just crumble down. It's a party game. The Jenga Pass. Tom, can you point out where the Jenga Pass is? Ryan, let's zoom in on.
Over here, right about there.
Oh, yeah.
See it right about over here. Jengai.
Right.
You kind of see Jengai right there.
Jengai Pass. So that's the main pass between the Waste and Kyrian. And they've been gone about half a month, we hear, 15 days, and they're chasing Couladin, and Couladin is fucking shit up. I don't know why I laughed.
I mean, but he's really, and I don't remember. I hadn't remembered these details, but it is pretty gruesome what he does.
Oh yeah.
And unacceptable on every level, like war crime after war crime after war crime.
Also, just
Taking
completely
people up.
against everything the Aiel stand for.
Yeah, so I mean, what do you think's going on, Kay, Josh? You think there's something? Is it just his personality and his like anger, or is there something else going on that's making this all so brutal?
The battle, the fight, the first chapter, the boring chapter, the first really boring chapter.
The boring chapter.
Oh, very boring. Okay, they're just like traveling. I don't know. I
No, he's asking why you think that the Couladin is being so brutal with his war crimes.
Oh, with like killing all the people that were in that town.
Yes.
And just like leaving the bodies, and then Rand's like, "Why are you leaving all these bodies around? It just stinks to high heaven, and it is gross." I mean, I can only imagine, right?
I mean, I always thought
I
like
think there's a reason. Like it seems like there's like a dark side of people.
I feel bad for these survivors who came and talked to Rand. They just witnessed a full-on massacre, right?
Yeah.
There's only about 100 people surviving, maybe. They haven't counted, he said. Rand lays into him like, well, why the fuck didn't you take these bodies down, you dummy? And he's like, no, they said they'd come back. They said not to touch anything. This was Hurricane Aiel coming through. And yeah, they were.
And here they come, a whole other group of
man.
Aiel.
What's that?
Then a whole nother group of Aiel show up, so they don't know.
Right, and then they come up like veiled, and they run off screaming, no. And Rand's like, did you have to do that? And they're like, yeah, they're just tree killers. Fuck them.
Yeah.
The Aiel do not like these tree killers at all. They just
the
throw a
most
blanket over
traumatic
them. Like,
situation. Wotaholic, true trauma. Yeah, seriously.
Josh, do you
They
remember?
all lost people that they loved. Sorry. Go on.
Josh, do you remember why they don't like the tree killers?
Yeah, from the king who built his throne out of the tree. Moiraine's ancestor.
Well, I mean, it's her uncle.
yeah.
Right, relative, not ancestor. I guess.
It's actually not that far back.
Yeah, just generation.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume that didn't Couladin basically say like they're going to kill people across the Dragon Wall? I mean, in some ways, he's just doing what he said he was going to do, right? This is just he's showing off what his plans are.
Yeah.
Right. It says here, it says a message. He chose them to hang, blah, blah, blah. He said he wanted this man to know what they were going to do on the other side of the spine. He said he would do worse to this man.
Yeah, so what's worse than like killing? Torturing,
really.
keeping them alive and still torturing them?
Well, they did take living people too, which is against their practices typically. They took them as Gaishan.
Yeah. Which is really troubling to the clan chiefs.
Right.
Ruark and the other guy are like, well, you don't do that. You don't just take Gaishan. Gaishan come to you. It's a Geoto thing. You can't have Gaishan and people who aren't part of Geoto.
Yeah. That's just slavery, and they don't practice that.
Apparently they do in Shara.
Yeah, they do now.
They mentioned that.
They mentioned selling Karhinian people to Sharanese.
Yeah, it says, quote, Gaishan is a thing of Geoto. No one can be made Gaishan who does not follow Geoto, else they are only human animals, such as the Sharans keep.
Hey, Brother Dan, I real quick, I just always want to say hi to a new friend. Hello, Aaron D. Simone.
What a phenomenal last name.
Yeah. Sounds familiar, but welcome.
I have no idea where.
Yeah, keep talking beard, Tom.
I think the technical term is he's fingering it.
Yep.
I think he's fingering his beard.
Fingering the beard.
He's knuckling his beard.
That
No,
is
you knuckle mustaches.
thing.
You knuckle
dang.
mustache.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's the
right.
stash. If you were to knuckle your beard, would it look like you're just curling it into those, like, I've seen people with like 3 different sections, but I'm just saying. Anyway.
I wish I could braid it.
Like just
That'd
knuckle
be awesome.
it into position, right?
We learned a little bit more about the pact. I don't think we understood exactly what the connection between the island and the Kyrian were. But we find out here, quote, during the long years of journey that had brought them to the waste, only one people had not attacked them. Only one had allowed them water uncontested when the world was parched. And finally, they had found the descendants of those people, the Kyrian. For 500 years, riches had flown from Kyrian on the Silk Road to Shara because they were the only ones that were allowed to cross the waste to get to the slavers over there. But then fucking Layman, man.
Layman's sin.
Layman's pride.
Sinful
Huh?
Layman.
Fucking Layman. What a jerk. And now the IEL are forever kind of racist about Kyrian, just calling them oathbreakers and tree killers and fuck them all, right?
It's funny that they followed this thing for 3,000 years almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had this pact with this country for 3,000 years.
Yeah, really. Wow.
Meanwhile, we can't have friendships that last like a couple months.
Did we ever learn why Lamon committed his sin?
To make a
well, yeah, we know to make a throne, but like, what led him to think that was a good decision? Is what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we've read.
We haven't learned yet. Yeah.
Raffo, as they would say.
Raffo.
Oh, we got waffoed, by the way.
There's a
in our
weird.
interview.
Oh, go ahead, Tom. Tom, go ahead. Is that getting me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was just saying, Raimi waffoed us during our interview. She got really excited because it was her first time getting to do it.
The waffo.
Yeah.
Watching the origins, I wanted the whole thing to just be animated. I wanted the whole Wheel of Time series to be animated. It would be just so awesome.
Like, there's so much you can do with all of the action scenes that
So much.
do.
And the art the art that they use in those things is just fantastic.
Yeah.
And the sense of scale you could get through animation that you're not able to get.
Well, they do a good job with the drone shots and whatnot, but yeah, to your point, Ryan, you can get a much larger scale. I mean, just remember, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, like the fight with the High Lord Starzan, the comet. It was just so big. And big.
Yeah, and just epic on there. Yeah, such a scale. Yeah.
When they are going to this town, it says, quote, on one side of the pass mouth, a sheer cliff that had been smoothed over 100 paces width and carved, a wind-weathered snake entwining a staff a good 300 spans high. Monument or marker or ruler sigil. It surely dated from some lost nation before Artar Hawkwing, perhaps even before the Trolloc Wars. Do you think Matt knew what this thing is?
Ooh, good question.
Oh my gosh.
From his spear? Or from...
Just his memories. He has weird memories.
In this chapter?
No, I'm just speaking hypothetically.
Speculating, yeah.
Yeah. That was on my mind a lot during these chapters, honestly. Specifically, okay, so I was already kind of thinking, like, this feels like a very opposite type of situation where Matt he's trickstery, he's a jokester, and he wants to sleep with as many women or be with them before he has to take a wife and all of these things. There's lots of like sin-labeled behavior that it doesn't seem sinful to me, but it does pose a question of like, how good is Matt? Is Matt kind of does he have all these memories? Like, are they from more of like a Forsaken type situation or a dark side of things? It feels like there are differences with good people and dark people, and I'm trying to sort that out. I have no idea. Josh, anything?
So like those memories could be from like really bad people in history.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if the dragon can be dark, why not the horn sounder? I guess, right?
Totally.
I mean, that just sounds dark. In some circles.
I mean,
some
Fane
circles
did have the horn.
Well, then
he did have it for a bit. He could have been the one to sound the horn. And then what?
He did. Yeah. He did, right? Like, he just blew the horn in book 1, right? Book 1, I think.
Krista, can you move that mic close to your face again, please?
Book 1.
Just, I mean, like, why is it always got to be like
it's either in your mouth or across the room.
Moderation.
Josh, is moderation my middle name? No.
No.
No, moderation. I go to one extreme or the other. So
yeah, we're just be yourself. Be your best self.
Maybe you would like to hear things like this now. I don't know.
Just a never-ending Doppler effect.
Hey, I do what I can to entertain the people,
So, the caduceus, which is what that symbol is, right? The snake entwined around the staff, is the symbol of Hermes, the messenger of the gods. It's also the symbol for medicine. Correct. And I'm assuming that the skyship dock, to me, the more important part is the skyship dock that Rand notices. High on the other side, so far up that he was not sure what he was seeing, what he thought, just below the snow line stood something even stranger. Something that made the first monument of a few thousand years a commonplace. He could have sworn it was the remnants of a shattered building, shining gray against the darker mountains, and stranger still, what appeared to be a dock of the same material as for ships, slanting drunkenly down the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought airship dock. That's not where my brain ever went.
I always saw like old bunker. I always saw like an old bunker that we have on the sides of like the California coastline. There's these.
I always just thought like,
in Switzerland,
you know how they say like the breaking of the world, like literally made oceans where there were plains and
oceans
mountains where there were oceans. I thought like maybe like that was like, literal. Like maybe that
maybe that was the bottom of the sea and it was a dock that just got pushed up there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I've been primed by the TV show, no pun intended.
Oh no!
I love it.
Primed by the TV show.
Get out of this, Amazon. To think of the world, and I mean, I guess we read it in the last book during Rand's Ruidian trip, where the airships were a reality and like they were darting around and shit, right? Like, I see no reason for there not to have been an airship dock up there. Now, did the Caduceus come after that? Rand seems to think so. What does that have to do with Rand and the Waste and the Aiel? I have no idea at this point, but it's something to think about.
I will say this, Josh. In this next chapter here in the Gift of Blade, Rand goes and talks to Asmodean and asks, "Hey, what is up there?"
Right.
And Asmodean says, "Fucked if I know," more or less. But he says, "Quote, that could be what is left of a city where I was born. For all I know, Sherelle was a port."
Is what we're doing.
So I had always taken. I take that as being like a port, like a seaport.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of an airship dock too, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
guess not specific.
I did just rewatch the first 2 episodes of the series on our new TV, and it's like, I do love the overgrown skyscrapers and just the whole like aesthetic of this lost history that we don't get as much in the book directly, but
that's the thing I always liked about the prologue of the first book. The way they did it in the comic book, kind of. They like you can kind of see how far they fell,
right,
from what they had in the Age of Legends, and then where they are in the book, in the first.
And Asmodean was born after the breaking. No, he was alive before the breaking.
He was alive before the breaking because he got sealed.
So he could have seen airships. I mean, where he was born could have had airship docks, for all we know.
Yeah. I mean, well, so all the Forsaken were pretty much celebrities in the Age of Legends, kind of
hundreds of years old, probably by the time the Dark One was put into his tomb.
Well, they were all powerful people too,
Right.
Asmodean probably I don't want to say the least, but he was a musician. Not that musicians aren't worth anything.
He was a composer.
Composer. Yeah.
I mean, not that you're wrong, but also a musician.
Like Aes Sedai, healing people, feeding the world.
It's just like wisdom, Aes Sedai, like which is higher, composer or musician.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I actually had a neighbor in Long Beach who was getting his master's in conducting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, it's a weird thing. It's like, I'm trying to tell these adults who know this piece more than I do because they practice their specific piece more. I'm here to try to get them to play even better. to get like 60 people to play as one. Kind of. I don't know. It's pretty fun.
I think it's fascinating. I was a drum major in high school, and I really enjoyed that aspect of playing in a large group. Especially in marching, or being on a field with like 250 people. It's like there's definitely an interesting type of connection that you get from that.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, working with Ryan, you got to be a conductor too, right? Not just on the podcast, but making.
You have to beat him with that little.
Please explain. Conduct what? Conduct this.
I remember where Ryan was playing it out, and he's like, "That's D," and you're like, "No, that's G," and he's like, "No, that's D," and you're like, "No, it's G," and he's like, "No, it's D," and you're like, "Look at the computer, it's G."
And I was out of tune.
Yeah.
So,
conductor. Well, I think we're good with this chapter. I mean, I don't know if there's much else to talk about with this one.
No, just that Cooladin's a bitch. That was my main takeaway.
There is, I guess, and also Rand does have a weird thought. He has a Matt thought, more or less. He says, oh, this is all fucked up. Nothing escaped except for the birds. Like Maros. He tried to shake the thought away, but in his head, he could see the great city after it was retaken, immense towers blackened and collapsing. The remains of great bonfires of every street crossing, where those who had refused to swear to the shadow had been bound and thrown into the flames. He was like, no, I'm Rand al'Thor. I'm myself. But he had a thought that he could not possibly have had.
Yeah.
Or he had a thought about a memory he could not possibly have had without
Correct.
having been reborn.
Yes. So, I don't know. That's, just a little something of interest. No drinking obligations that chapter, guys.
Where was that at in the narrative?
I'm sure if we were diligent, we could have found one.
It was, I have it on the top of page
at least 5.
On the top of page what, Dan?
313 in my book.
Oh, yeah. How many pages into the chapter?
Let's see. It is 4 pages. And it's italicized, like Maros or whatever.
Oh, I see it here. Yeah. Right. Okay, yeah. I forgot about that. There is actually one drinking obligation. Moiraine was out of her saddle in an instant and by Arvil's side. The haggard woman gave a loud gasp as soon as the Aes Sedai's hand touched her, shivering to her toe tips.
Okay.
Tell me that's not an orgasm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I agree.
I don't know how I missed that.
Josh.
Can't believe I missed shivering. That's terrible of me.
Drink!
I only noticed because of the word toe tips as a compound noun.
Yeah. I mean, that does happen. Oh, and also, I did underline whenever, so the IEO, there is one drinking obligation that I read. The IEO tend not to be the most creative in their descriptions of the Dark Ones, minions, and creatures. So, shadow eyes. They just put shadow in front of something. So ravens are called shadow eyes. And I thought, all right, that's not the most creative IL. Thank you. Let's drink.
Oh, when an IL is boring, we drink? We're going to be liver damage before the end of the series, Dan.
Ryan, don't be a shadow mouth.
No, there's so many boring ideals. Their whole humor is... All right. Oh,
you're having shadow thoughts now.
I'm concerned. I have shadow concerns.
Right. Yeah, so that's it for chapter 20.
Hey, look at this. We're done in 37 minutes. We're on pace.
On fire.
Chapter 21 has a sun. Or a nuclear blast. What is that icon?
Perhaps the rising sun of Karhine. Or Karhinen.
Ooh.
Karhinen.
I called it Kyrian.
Kyrian.
Oh no, no Karhine. Karhine.
No, for me it's Karhian.
Karhine is what I call it.
Karhian.
Karhinian and Carthage.
Karhians.
Karn. Corn on the cob.
It's corn.
Cream to corn.
The corn on the cob.
It's got the juice.
Yeah, here's a quick Irish story. I was asking about taking the bus. I said, "Do they take cards on the bus?" And she's like, "No, they don't. They don't. They take only these cards over here are kinds."
God. Wonderful.
Oh, you didn't know we were there with you?
I did not.
Oh yeah, we unveiled that when you were gone.
Wow, I was so deep in thought. I did not even know that you were in Ireland.
yeah, but we were too. I mean, we were all having our moments.
Sliding into that shot crotch first there, Ryan.
I know. Yeah, that is one of the greatest photo bombs in the history.
She said, they'll take kinds. And I was like, I don't know what that is. What is a kind? She goes, kind. And I'm like, oh, coins? So that was my only hard time that I had in Ireland, trying to decipher what the hell a kine is.
Isn't that what they call sheep or cows or something?
Kim Kardashian.
Oh God.
Kine.
I love it.
Oh man, FartVader all the way from Antarctica. Or so he says. I'm suspicious.
FartVader is like Jose Canseco. He's on the juice and he just hits dingers. All right, guys.
What else has the juice? Corn.
Remember, wasn't that a movie? No, I don't think so. Never mind. I'm thinking. No. It's gone. This is a direct continuation of Rand. It's still a chapter. They're going to set up camp. They're in the mouth of Jangai Pass. They kind of stop. He's walking around. He's looking for Asmo. I did underline, here's a drinking obligation because I like this. It's done it in different contexts, but just the phrase, Matt was down too. Matt's always down. So,
yeah. Okay.
Matt's down.
I don't think I can construe the erecting on the second page of this chapter.
Yeah, Guy Sean, we're erecting the Wise One's tents.
Yeah, no,
I thought of that, but then I thought, what other word would he use?
Constructing, putting together.
Constructing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you're right.
They're following the IKEA directions.
They were, and it's like.
I mean, I could say I'm erecting my. Calyx shelves.
Tom, we're never gonna argue with your drinking. Yeah, Tom says drink, we drink.
Yep, absolutely. I think also Guy Shan are the people who carry around the Allen wrenches. They're like, we're putting together our IKEA stuff. Where's our Guy
Brother
Shan?
Dan, Allen's not here to defend himself, so let's not go there.
Yeah, we won't wrench him into this.
Thank you. Yeah, that totally throws wrench in things.
Yep.
Yeah, Matt was down.
Do you think the Wise Ones prefer the Herdal or the Calyx?
I think there's that shirt Tom fucks, and then we should make a Matt was down.
I love
Matt
it.
was down. Matt is down.
And there she is.
Hello, we missed you.
Yay! Just in time for Egwene to push her skirts above her knees.
Oh, thank God I made it.
Yep.
My voice is off my face, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm seeing that, yes.
It does that when it's in high def. I'll fix it and be right back.
Good times.
Good times. So Rand pretty much talks to Asmo. He's like, hey, what's that up there? Asmo's like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, no say.
He's like, do I gotta carry this banner? He's like, yeah, you do because you were chosen. Do you get the entendre? Chosen, get it? You're forsaken. Ha ha ha. He sets wards all across the camp. Hurdy.
Random question. Have we ever met a dark friend, Aiel, that we know of?
Good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't think we have yet.
When we see the dark friend like kind of gathering in the
Oh, right, we do. There is an Aiel in there. Yeah,
Is there an Aiel?
Yep. I think so.
A dark friend social?
Is it a female or a male? Or yeah,
I'm trying to
it's
remember
Robert
if
Jordan.
there's
There's only
one
two.
there.
Is it a female or male?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I do feel like we saw a soft pair of boots.
I think we saw a little bit of everyone in that social.
Yeah.
I think there was a sea folk and someone from like almost every land.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely people from the place they were going to visit with the colorful clothes and whatever, the Lord.
Tinkers, too, I believe, too.
Tinkers, yep. So, could Couladin be a dark friend? I mean, I'm just playing things out in my head, like, if the way he's acting now that he has these markings, scarifications, markings, whatever they are.
Yeah.
If those were delivered by a chosen or by a pact with the Dark One, could he be a dark friend? Could there be other Aiel dark friends amongst their group?
Yeah. These are good questions. What did your gut tell you?
I think it's too. Go, okay.
No, you're on a roll.
Go ahead.
Well, my gut tells me that they are dark friend. Or that Couladin is. I don't know. It's sneaky.
Yeah, I think it's too easy to not have it happen, given Robert Jordan's style.
Yeah. So you're saying he has shadow tattoos?
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I guess.
I mean, he was standing. Wait. No.
So that's interesting. You think it's possible that a Forsaken gave him those tattoos, and that he's kind of in on it, and he's following orders, or
that was always my theory. Is that he made a pact with one of the Forsaken. I assumed it was Asmodean, but given that he hasn't told Rand that, and maybe he's just withholding that information. I don't know.
Yeah, so that opens up an interesting idea, though. How much do you think Asmodean can even hold back from Rand?
I don't think Matt has him under any kind of compulsion.
Wait, Rand.
Sorry, yeah. Rand, yeah. So I think he can hold back if he wants to. Okay. He might not be able to channel because his stuff has been tied, but that doesn't mean that he is under any duress to do something against his will.
Fair.
Didn't, in fact, he say as such when he says, did Lanfear expect me to teach you everything?
Right.
I'm a conductor.
So and then like if you pair that with what he says later on when he goes, "Oh, you're not putting that kind of ward on me at night. Do you trust me?" And he goes, "I trust you like a brother until you betray me, and then I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking turn you on a spit. I'll gut you. I'll sizzle your entrails.
I will eat your ass.
Inside will become your outside.
Scissor the entrails?
Yeah, I'll scissor the entrails.
Oh no. Well, that sounds like it could go either way, a good time or not. So.
I'll phone you.
It will be messy.
For sure. Without
So yeah, interesting.
In this game.
Yeah, he's like, Two Rivers folk don't like people who try to stab them in the back.
As opposed to, Kandori folk who do. They love when people...
Yeah, they're cool. That
Those Kandori, gotta betray them.
He's like, oh, you got me. He sets crazy wards all around the camp, not just his tent. He sends it all around the camp. And those wards do set off later on, but
Right.
so it's nice to see the fruition of them. And actually, those wards are pretty awesome. So
They really are. Yeah.
He uses 2 rivers birds as sounds. And for Matt himself, when it goes off, it says.
You think those are the wards going off? I thought that was Aiel who Rand had trained to use those sounds so that they weren't the native sounds of their environment.
Oh, well, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, that's good. That's a good point. That's a good.
Well, here's what
That's how I read it.
A blackbird called seemingly everywhere in the tent and outside as well, and a moment later, a redwing. Good 2 rivers birds. Rand had chosen his warnings from what he knew. Birds not found in the waste.
Yeah, I mean, I read that as Aiel watch people's warning.
That's
who are all around the camp.
Over. That's amazing. That's
He gave him the
funny.
double bird too.
Right?
Yeah, so it says.
This is it. This is it.
Yeah, so I thought he had mentioned something about like everyone would hear if a shadow spawned. Oh, it says, but shadow spawn that touched it would sound a warning that everyone in the tents would hear.
Okay, cool.
So,
and then he's like, I could have made it
so.
So actually, I want to ask you guys this question. He said I could have made it so that they would kill them, but that would attract everyone from all around, every Forsaken within the vicinity. What is that? Why would a ward that would kill them be different than a ward that sounds an alarm?
The amount of power that's used to trigger it.
Okay.
I would assume.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, that's how it's been described with Sidar. Is that
so you?
The more they use, the bigger the glow, or whatever, right? That.
But like he sets a ward, and then like it's surrounding him in like almost like a geodesic dome. He's going to sleep. It says that not only would it alert all the Forsaken, but it would lead them directly to him. Am I correct, Dan?
It would. I agree with what Josh is saying. Is that the amount of power that would have gone into it when it was.
And we've heard.
But why would it lead it directly to Rand though? Why? Because Rand just like set it off and walked away. Like, why would it be like, oh my god? I mean, I guess it would lead to them to vicinity.
Lead to them.
The camp. Yeah.
But wouldn't the Forsaken be behind a Trolloc entering enemies in the anyways? Like,
well, and the Drakkar actually seem to know where Rand is. The way attack was a diversion.
Right.
And I wonder also, so it was this ward, was it like a dome? Or could the Drakkar have just like flown in and not triggered anything?
That was a really good flying.
Thank you.
I think that they did fly in and didn't trigger anything. So yeah, I think it's more like a ring and less like a dome. Right.
Yeah.
Moiraine has talked in the past about setting wards and how a powerful enough one going off is like sending up a flare.
Okay.
There you
Jesus,
go.
Josh, you.
Wow, yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Did
Are we
everyone just
surprised?
catch this? Are you like chapter and verse, Josh?
I have no idea. I have no idea where, but it was a couple of books ago.
That's a throwback to Eye of the World right there.
Yeah.
Cite your source, Josh.
So it's not the actual making of the ward. It would actually be because he's like. Okay, so it's not the actual making of the ward. It'd be the ward being set off.
Set off. Yeah, I think so.
Because you can
Probably a little bit of both.
Well, okay, okay. Are we?
When I think it was during the scene where Rand almost brought down the mountain on top of Perrin, and they were like in the camp in the mountains, and Moiraine was talking about like, I could set more powerful wards that would kill them if they came close, but these will just let us know.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that like a ward that just makes sound takes less investiture of power than one that would kill things.
Right.
It also makes sense that the alarm sounded in the tent as well as outside.
Yeah, you gotta wake them people up.
This is what I'm saying, Waterholic, right?
How we're not impugning his integrity. This man we all like sat in a circle, pricked our fingers, sucked each other's blood, and said, "No, we will never go ahead of the text."
Wait, I wasn't there.
It's the beanies.
It's the sacred Brother Dan. Yeah, well, I mean,
look at you got COVID, Ryan.
Brother Dan, look at you. It's hard to take you in public.
Look
at you, Dan. Look at your head right now. What's happening?
It's my Valkyrie battle.
Yeah, no, it's a fucking tambourine, Brother Dan. You have a tambourine on your head. I can't take you anywhere. You asked why'd you not go to the sacred ceremony? Because it was in public. We went to Costco the other day.
All right, fine. It is a tambourine. All right.
Listen while I play. My brain tambourine.
Mr. Tambourine Man? Are you going to play a song for me?
It has eyebrow slots. And right here I look like Donatello or something.
Okay. That works. That works.
So true. You do look
Cowabunga.
Give me pizza. Hey, cowabunga, dude.
Pizza with ice cream and pepperoni.
No, it's just me. It was just me the whole time.
Oh my gosh! What?
Yeah, I know. Surprise. Hey, listen. I've read it all the time 4 or 5 times myself. If you guys ever want an opinion of a mutant ninja turtle, just go ahead and ask, and I'll kick in.
Brother Donatello, what would Brand's favorite pizza be?
I think that he would like pineapple for some reason, and everyone goes, "Rand, no pineapple," and he's like, "I'm the corn. I'll get what I want."
And they're like, "There's no pineapples are only in Shara."
He's like, "Well, okay, someone, Guy Shan, go give me some pineapple." All right, thank you.
Rare appearance of Brother Donatello there.
I kind of like Brother Donatello. This might be recurring.
This might be a new recurring terror. Yeah, Brother Donatello ordering pizza in Randland.
With pineapple. Somehow.
Hey, cool in and asked me to get some pizzas, so I'm going to need about 50,000.
I mean, is there a pizza?
Oh, yeah, let's say I had a deja vu. Yeah, it's got to be like the Yahoo thing. Deja vu.
Ryan, you're dating yourself. When's the last time they did that?
Well, once that guy sued...
AOL?
Well, no. Once that guy sued him for like actually paying him for that song, like he was just an old country dude. He recorded it. They paid him like $50 for the recording, and then never gave him any more money. He's like, "Wait a second, why am I hearing this everywhere I go?" And then he finally got them to pay him more money. It was a whole thing. I heard on NPR.
I think it sucks. I don't like it.
Deja vu.
All right, so he talks to Asmodean a little bit. He's like, "You got to carry my banner. Don't worry about doing it. You can stay. Don't betray me. I'll fucking kill you." And then he sets wards. Avienda shows up with a big snake.
I was about to say, they either have tofu pizza or blood snake pizza.
I was going to say, is blood snake, is that a drinking obligation, guys?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, on the extreme dark web, yes. Brother Dan, I'm impressed you know that.
It's kind of,
God,
you got to dig deep.
Hide your search history. But also, I really, I chuckled for like 5 seconds on my walk today when they said it tasted like chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, thank you, Robert. That's really funny.
It's like chicken. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, everything kind of tastes like chicken.
Right, that's the age-old joke, and like,
Right, yeah. Try the escargot. It's similar to chicken. I don't know.
You are in a simulation. I knew it.
Right?
So, Avienda gives Rand the Liberace
The Liberace sword.
The Elvis sword. The Trump sword. What
No, Liberace's right.
All right,
do
Liberace.
think
It was a Liberace
correct.
sword.
Definitely not the other one.
Like, it is just gross. He's like, this is never meant to be used. It has gems.
if it was made out of flan, it'd be flamboyant.
Ryan, I'm gonna give you that one.
I am so happy with that one.
By the way, I went to a new studio thing. I still brought the Way of the Leaf thing, right?
Oh, I noticed that.
Thank you.
Noticed that.
You are.
Thank you,
also-
because above it is literally dogs playing poker.
Oh my gosh! Wait.
Literally, hold on.
One of my favorite.
The dogs.
Dogs playing poker.
Gosh.
Speaking of flan, one of my favorite jokes is there's a whole billboard and it's a woman saying, "Does God have a plan for me?" But then someone wrote over it and says, "Does God have a flan for me?" And then put like a flan in her head. It was like one of the great.
Wow.
Wonderful.
That's awesome.
Does God
Ryan,
have
you should have stopped. You should have stopped with the first. Land boy.
Oh no.
Okay, hey, brother Dan, this is new turning of the wheel. Yeah, now we're all gonna critique each other's jokes. I love this. Let's go. A new edge to the show. Get ready for it, Dan. At any moment, I'm gonna critique you.
Jokes before.
I will fucking tear your ass in this Sunday, brother Dan. All right. Your lighting does make you look dead, brother Dan.
He's a little washed out. So someone broke out the dead makeup.
All right, what chapter are we on?
I can. Is that better?
21.
So,
on 21.
What happened to Tam Althor's sword? Did it get melted down?
Yeah. When he was fighting in the sky.
He killed Balsamon or something, or was fighting? Yeah. Okay.
His other heron-marked blade.
So he does get So the sword is gross, the hilt is gross, but the blade is money.
You're
actually the other way around. Well,
say again. Oh yeah.
The hilt is also money. I mean, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm just
being
being
literal.
real. Did anybody enjoy reading this? Avienda is so awkward trying to give him the sword. Rand's a dick. He's not explaining anything.
Yeah,
she's like,
he's
"Oh
just
my
like,
god,
why
you shame me." And then he just like, "I don't want the hilt. I don't want the fucking
hilt yours,
and I'm gonna
yours,
cut
whatever.
through the pillow and show you what I want." Like, what is this? Are they like peacocks trying to like fucking strut around? Like, are they? What is happening? That was the dumbest shit. I'm sorry. Hey, what do you guys think, first time readers?
He broke himself this time.
And wheeze.
Himself.
Deep throat wheeze there.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
He's like, if you made a profit, it's your own doing. Good job, Avienda. And she's like, but this isn't how it works. He's like, well, yeah, it is. I'm gonna take this blade. Thank you. This is awesome gift. You take this other gross Liberace shit. I'm gonna take this Heron mark. He's like the Pawn Star. He's like, yeah, this other stuff I don't want, but I do want this, so I'll give you a. All right, that's David.
He's like, you know the street value of this blade?
You know, these crappy gems. I don't know why you would want to give me these gems, Avienda.
Gross gems.
Yeah, I mean, so, god damn it. Like, all right. Josh and Kay. Kay, you start. What did you think about this whole scene? She's gifting him. He's apparently taking a third of it. I don't. What's going on here?
He's taking the fifth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know about a third of it, but like he was. Oh, I just shook my whole table. Sorry. It was an interesting scene. I thought it was fascinating because I was waiting to hear what was inside of this cloth that she just was so weird about touching. And then it just kind of, as it was described, it kind of, I don't know, it was fascinating, and it made more sense to like, all right, well, it's like a super, super important blade made out of something really also very indestructible, and I
think he shouldn't have done that.
It was kind of mean to Avienda. Wait, which part?
Yeah, him saying like, okay, yeah, he like looking at, he's like, yeah, that's, you take this, you take that. I don't want that. I'll take this. Then we're cool. She's like, well, no, I gave you the whole fight. I mean, imagine like at your wedding, you're like opening like your best friend's opening a gift and is like, I don't want this pot. I'll take this pot though, but
I like these pans and this little thingy, but that one,
you take that back.
Part of it.
Not to mention, like,
sell it.
So think about it like this: what did Avienda give Rand? Like, what is that thing? It's a sword, right?
The sword, yeah.
And how do Aiel feel about swords?
Not good.
Yeah. So like he just completely ignored the fact that she went through all of this trouble and handled the sword for him, and just like, man, I'm gonna break it and throw this back at you, and here's your gift. Like, I mean, like what's going on? Aiel weird ways. Like, he should know that that's not a cool thing to do.
Did he even say thank you?
No, not even.
No, I don't recall him saying thank you. I just
let me see. I have it here.
We're starting to get deep into the whiny.
I mean, every Tom. Every night, this man is like lying in bed. He won't look, but he's like imagining this woman undressing every night.
I know, right? And the different
every
scenarios.
night.
And then he like imagines. Is this the chapter? I think he imagines like picking her up naked, wearing only the necklace that she was wearing, and like throwing her over his shoulder, and she's like beating him up. And then there's like a couple of other, Egwene and no, Elaine. And Min are there, which was fun.
He never does say thank you. He says, well, it is very beautiful. He said, as tactfully as he can manage. And he says, only a buffoon would carry something this gaudy.
What a dick!
What a gross dude.
Such a
gross dude.
receiver. I would never gift Rand with.
He doesn't say that. He thinks it, just to be clear.
Well,
it's like a child giving you a macaroni salad necklace that's painted in different colors, and you're like thanking the kid, and you're like, I don't do gluten.
You're like, this is gross. Yeah.
Not my
I don't eat
style,
gluten.
But
And
I'm gonna put it over here.
In the last chapter, like, he immediately started like, oh, this is my fault. All these people are dead. And everyone had to be like, no, Rand, it's not your fault.
Yeah. He's
already deep in whiny Rand. Everything's about me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crap.
All right, and this is a great comment.
Are really, really good little
duo.
I imagine it's Joe, not all of Twatcast together, sitting in a room texting like each word and one at a time. But he's an 18-ish-year-old man. Yes. I think technically maybe 21-ish right now in the books. Is he 21 yet? I think he must be 21 yet. He was 20 when we started.
He's 20 when
gotta
they
be
started.
Yeah, we got to be a year in before. We've already figured it out. We talked about this. We talked about this with the whole Varen thing. Like, even in book 2, we were at a year, I think. Am I right, Tom?
I think so.
All right.
I'm trying to remember. I have the timeline. Like, I haven't thought about their ages in a while.
Brother Dan, I'm kind of actually happy you're hiding your amazing eyebrows, because now I'm feeling eyebrow jealous. You and Tom have just magnanimous eyebrows.
It's true.
Cowabunga, dude.
I mean, I'm sorry your arms are too short. You can't touch their eyebrows, Tom. I think Even I can touch my eyebrows, so we have an even shorter-handed puppet in here.
I can touch the beard. That's all I need. I'll just stroke it.
All right, finger it.
Finger. Yeah, finger.
Yeah,
sorry.
finger flap it.
Yikes.
Yikes. Oh, no, wait. Is Donatello here? Is Brother Donatello back?
Oh, shit.
Brother Donatello, what do you think about, like, Brother Tom's, like, asexual, potentially sexual beard machinations?
I'm a fan of anything consensual.
All right, but do you think the chat consents?
Enthusiastically.
That's a good point, Ryan. Yeah.
Who consents? And who wants to punch someone here?
It's crazy how much I look like a teenage mutant ninja turtle. Right?
Have you tried to?
Crazy.
Hey, Kay, all right, Kay, go try and punch brother Donatello. He'll dodge you. He's a ninja turtle. He's a ninja. Get low, brother Dan. She's gonna.
You want some of me?
What?
You're lucky I don't
You're
get
not
my
moving.
tongue.
I totally.
Or my
I
katana.
can get a little closer.
Or
Dan.
my weird.
All right, go to the other side.
What?
All right, this is not working. All right,
I got it.
Not working. No,
We're
no.
done.
this is not working. Thank you for the piss and vinegar. All right,
Like
Brother
watching the
Don.
Jackie Chan movie. The choreography was amazing.
You can't say trying without saying Ryan.
Oh man,
Interesting.
the sound effects are even better.
Oh no, that's what I was thinking.
All right, I'm back. It was me all along, guys. It wasn't Brother Donatello. It was Brother Dan.
Oh man.
End scene. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of disappointed actually.
But no, he'll be back. So this.
I mean, one last thing about Rand. He is shocked that she doesn't thank him for giving back the stuff.
Well, she was trying to make up for something, right?
Well, she thinks that she's in his debt for the necklace that he didn't understand what he was giving her.
Yeah. It was interesting
And-
how, like, they talked about the price going down of the sword, too, or how Avienda spoke about that.
Right,
Because
it
no
is
one wants to
less
hold the
sword.
sword.
We should
Less
mention that.
desirable.
Good point, Kay.
But in Rand's defense, it's no longer a sword.
All right, so here's a good. Okay, so let's get
What do you
deep.
mean?
A scabbard and a hilt is not a sword.
It is a scabbard hilt and blade. So it's,
Well, yeah, but he took the blade and gave her back the scabbard and the hilt. Now the thing that she has is no longer a sword.
Oh,
Yeah,
correct.
but is a thing a thing?
Make me
Go on.
think.
No, she can melt it down
Gowan?
like she did with her blades
It can change.
and sell the gems. I mean, there's no reason to
All right, so here's-
preserve it as
uh,
item of the fifth anymore.
I have a question now. Let's go all the way back to book 1. All right, book 1, Winter's Night.
In the days of yore.
Tamal Thor brings Rand back to the farmhouse, and right before the Trolloc attacks, he goes to under the bed. He pulls out a chest, and what does he find? He has a heron mark blade. After the Trolloc attack, he's in a fever dream. He starts saying, "Oh my God, they came over the walls, the Aiel," and he starts talking about Lumen's sin. He cut down the tree, started the war, and he said Lumen's sin.
Yeah.
Now, Rand al'Thor is holding Lumen's himself, that very blade that Lumen used, maybe even to cut down the tree itself.
Oh.
All right. So, do
Wow.
you right? Like, and there's always been the question of how did Tamal Thor become a blade master?
Ah. You think he fought him?
I mean, do you think there's the connection? I'm just wondering. Do you think there's a connection right here? Do you think this is like things are?
Is Lamin's sword? Does it have a heron? I don't remember.
It does.
Yes,
Yes.
That's why
Yes.
Rand keeps it.
Yeah, the
The
blade
blade.
has a heron in it.
Hey, Brother Dan, what page are you on in your book? Do you?
Let's see. I don't think the pages necessarily match up, but I'm on
I know.
325 here. It's about 6 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 pages into the chapter.
I'm on 350K.
Hey, if just being the fucking the most amazing individual just who accepted himself and let his freak show fly, yeah, Liberace. If that's a sin, then I'm a sinner.
Yeah. Sinner to the max. Yep.
So
so do you think there's a connection?
I always assumed that Tam Althor fought the Aiel when they came over the wall to go after Leman. And he was on Leman's side, not on the Aiel side.
He was fighting against Aiel, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Huh.
I'm trying not to answer this question.
I know, Tom. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're doing great. But also, there is an answer.
People don't want to answer Josh. It's very difficult. We know that Josh is onto something when puppets get very quiet.
Yeah, and then in chat they go, interesting.
They go, Raffo, Josh, Raffo.
Right.
Well, I
don't know. Is it connected? Is it meaningful that Leman's blade is now in Matt's hand, replacing Tam Althor's blade? I would guess that it might be meaningful in the sense that this blade eventually ends up back in Tam's hand.
Ooh, okay, nice. Nice.
But beyond that, I have a hard time imagining.
It ends up back in
Tam's hand. I think Rand eventually returns this sword to his father when he returns to the Two Rivers.
All right, awesome.
Fun side note, specifically about Tam and his sword and actions prior to the books. They were when you know how there's a prequel.
Yeah, which we're reading after this.
Yeah, after this. Mm-hmm. There was originally supposed to be 3 of those. I won't say what they're all about because one of them's a spoiler. But one of them was specifically about Tam and his life prior to finding Rand and such.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, the show kind of blew a little of this, right?
Yeah, and it was great. Yeah, no.
It didn't blow it. I don't know. I mean, well,
we see Tam on the shores on the side of Dragon Mount.
Slopes of Dragon Mount.
The slopes of Dragon Mount,
yeah.
Right? Like,
I think it's pretty clear though that we cannot think of the show as canonical, brother. Like they said, it's a different turning of the wheel. It's not the same. It's not the same. We cannot look at the show and
somehow Tam came back with Rand. If Rand was born there, then that part seems canonical enough.
No, I mean, but no, they filled in gaps. But like the readers again,
Tam says it in his fever dream in the first book.
Right.
He says as much, but
yeah.
But also, like if you read the text very specifically, you do not see a dead body. You do not. Yeah. You do not see the dead mother's body, and that is, I think, something that has been a distinction that I think is crucial because I think there's many, many theories that can possibly be had for what
she dies.
Where are the slopes of Dragon Mount?
Yeah. Waterholics onto it. Thank you. Found the baby, not the mum. And I wish I called my mom Mum.
Dragon Mount.
Mom is so like mom, so American. Mom.
Can we give Tom the screen, please?
Oh hell yeah! Anytime he wants.
Dragon Mount is right there.
Dragon
Mount.
Tom, you're slinging rod right there.
That is some slime.
That is an impressive pointer.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm, very impressive.
You're like the bee who still has his stinger.
Here's the text of the fever dream. Battles are always hot, even in the snow. Sweat heat, blood heat. Only death is cool. Slope of the mountain. Only place didn't stink of death. Had to get away from the smell of it, sight of it. Heard a baby cry. Their women fight alongside the men. Sometimes. But why had they let her come? I don't gave birth there alone before she died of her wounds, covered her child with her cloak, but the wind blown the cloak away.
Before she died of her wounds.
Yep. Child blue with cold, should have been dead too, crying there. So she was still there crying in the snow. Or no, the baby was.
Yeah.
The baby should have been dead too.
And the body, and apparently the
There
body
was a dead body there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Apparently
just
the
leave the
her
child,
wound.
no children of our own. I always knew you wanted children.
Where's the
and you
body?
take it to your heart.
Where's the body?
Not
said
far away from the baby.
Yeah, he says there's a body apparently dead of her wound.
Gave birth there alone before she died of her wounds. Covered her child with her cloak, with the wind blown the cloak away.
So I think that's the assumption, and that yeah, like, but we don't. Yeah, he is assuming that she must have died from her wounds.
Is that from Tam's POV?
But you don't.
I
see
think he sees a body there, and
I
he's
think
like,
so
oh.
too. I don't see any reason why there wouldn't be a body there.
Yeah.
because she didn't die.
Oh.
The phrase "died of her wounds." Excuse me.
You know, lots of women die in childbirth.
Yeah, especially when they're giving birth during
On
a
a battlefield.
like literally in the middle of a battle,
Yeah.
on a frozen mountain.
I think he just assumed that that's what happened, but like, hey, maybe he just found the baby. Hey, I mean, it's still, I don't think it's clear. It's not specifically 100% clear. These are
It's not.
assumptions
You're right.
you're making. Yeah, so
Guys, Ryan's a flat earther, so
You could interpret that to mean that he's assuming she died of her wounds, but
Yes,
I don't
right.
think that's
Yeah.
just a weird thing to think. Like, just I assume there's no body here, so she must be dead elsewhere.
Or maybe that she didn't die at all. Right?
well, I mean, why would we not assume that this person might, on some level, actually have like transcendent magical powers because she gave birth to the Dragon Reborn? Maybe these, like, we don't know. Maybe she's flown in heaven. Maybe
She's like Mother Mary?
maybe she's
So,
like.
I think, Ryan, you have a theory.
All right, Luke. What point am I trying to make?
Good question, Luke.
It's
He's trying to tell us that
I have a bigger
Dan's mother
theory.
could be alive.
Oh, of course, 100%.
It's more
I don't
gays.
think so.
100. 100. Everything we know about this person is she's a survivor.
All right, let's
not
put a pin
gonna
in that
give
if
up.
we can, Ryan.
Yeah. I pinned it, and I feel bad about it because
Yeah.
it hurt.
All right,
because
so we
the
have
blood
There
all
is
over.
still the question of who Rand's sibling is.
All right,
that she left behind.
See, MrHowley, you're only encouraging him.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's what Nighthawk does. MR House
Stick a fork in it.
Amazing.
Guys, I heard a drink being opened, and I'm glad because we have. All right, my mind went to a couple places during this next little part of this, and to me, Rand is misinterpreting the sounds that he's hearing.
All right.
Here's
In what
quote.
way?
She gave little grunts every now and then
yeah.
as she tugged at something and muttered to herself.
Oh God.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
it's a drinking obligation.
That happens.
That sounds like they're like the most heartless like hand job.
And then,
Hey,
Just angry.
but wait,
It's
but
just
wait,
like
there's
an
more.
angry hand job. Like I gotta fucking just yank on this fucking dick. All right.
Sounds
Actually,
like you know exactly what you're talking about, Ryan.
No,
And
Norman
yes,
Garden.
You're a little frustrated with yourself. huh?
This is great. Spoilers. She survived, and the last 4 books turned into a legal drama about the last custody battle.
Okay, no
That's-
garden
Dong,
needs to
dong.
write this. I mean,
I know,
this is
dong.
gold,
Gong, gong.
like woven into his cloak, gold. Noman Garden always has the most hilarious things to say.
Yeah, yeah.
So funny. Heartless hand job is my drag name. Oh my gosh.
Seriously. Or a great band name. Yeah.
Good drag name. Gosh. Give it to this.
And where are we at, brother Dan?
Well, let's
No
talk
one
about Melane's wedding ceremony. The wedding ceremony seems pretty badass.
Oh,
It was more or less, quote, That bit at the end after the vows were said, no sooner had half a dozen wise ones pronounced their blessing than 100 of Melane's bloodkin had rushed in to surround her, all carrying their spears. 100 of Baal's kin had rallied to him, and he had fought his way to her. No one had been veiled, of course. It was all part of custom, but blood had still been shed on both sides. She's like, a few minutes before, Melaine was vowing that she loved him, but when he reached her, she fought like a cornered ridge cat. And Amanda's like, should she have been a weakling? Mm-hmm. He had to know the worth of her. She was not a trinket for him to put in his pouch.
Oh, I love that word. I love that wording.
Yeah.
She had to know the worth of her.
The worth of her.
Yeah.
Apparently, Baal still has the limp and the black eye she gave him. Gnarly.
Teaching a man to sing was fun too.
Does Avienda know about his pot-bellied statue?
Say his pot-belly?
Oh, his Buddha?
His
pot-bellied Buddha statue?
Buddha statue.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't know.
A trinket to put in his pocket.
I held
it just
that
seemed like it was referencing that, yeah.
When I went to Robert Jordan's house back in the day, and I held that statue.
Oh my
The fat man
gosh!
with the
Show
sword?
off.
Yeah.
I was just, RJ's.
Listen, I never
just
like.
picked up
There's
a
no
little
one
bit
around
out
here
of
that I
his
can
belly,
talk.
Made a wish, and I was a millionaire the next.
I can't like show off my WOT stuff to anyone because no one around here like knows WOT. So I'm like, hey, I'm in the book, and they're like, I don't give a shit.
Right.
Tom, this is why we're here. Our friend Jansen's the same way. He's like, oh my God, this book has he read it like some 30 times or something. He's like, I don't have anyone to talk to this stuff about. And we're like, welcome, my friend.
Yeah, join us.
Everyone is far away.
All right, so Josh and Kay, that you guys are fully understanding that Tom is in the books. Do we know this? Is this clear to us?
Tom is a character in the book.
Yeah, Tom is a certified character in the books. Are you in the
I don't
companion?
know.
Are you in the companion also?
Say what your character
is. Is it? It's my forum posting name from Tarvalon.net. Bayard, Bayard.
All right. We've not met you yet, correct?
The last book. No, it doesn't come until the last book.
But we haven't. Are you just an innkeeper, or are you something that we haven't met yet?
Soldier.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice. Okay.
I'm impossible to miss.
Well, I mean, obviously.
Well, the first word of A Memory of Light is Bayard.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to miss that.
Yeah. Josh.
I got goosebumps just saying that again because I get so excited.
Yeah, Josh is happy on the inside. Trust me.
I know. I swear.
I can see it in his beanie.
He's impressed on the inside.
He's got that smug impression.
Josh,
hey, we haven't gotten there yet.
It's true.
He's
wants
in the
to keep
books.
reading. He wants to keep reading.
I know. I know.
Come on.
So finally, in this chapter, you learn what it means when the maidens say, "Teach him how to sing." Right? We've heard, we hear this, the maidens say that a bit. Hey, teach him how to sing. Yeah. Thought it was like kind of the sexy thing. Here it is, quote. He said, well, sometimes a man gives up the spear for a maiden. And Rand says, you're making that up. I've never heard of anything like that. She says, well, it is not really giving up the spear. Sometimes a man desires a maiden who will not give up the spear for him, and he arranges to be taken Gaishan by her. He is a fool, of course. No maiden would look at Gaishan as he hopes. He has worked hard and kept strictly in his place, and the first thing that is done is to make him learn to sing, to entertain the spear sisters while they eat. She is going to teach him to sing. That is what maidens say when a man makes a fool of himself over one of the Spear Sisters.
I love it. We also get to see Avienda giggle there, so that's pretty fantastic.
Avienda giggled, yeah. Weird IO humor.
I imagine it to be the most adorable giggle you've ever heard.
Really?
I imagined it as like evil, almost like.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, like a little cackle.
But Tom likes his women like that.
What is it?
What see what happened? Yeah, you got his own algorithm said, "Oh no."
What's going on?
Dropping like flies.
What's going on? Well, this might be a good time for a break then, because we're at the end of the chapter. Kay, is there anything that I missed in this chapter that you wanted to touch on at all?
Oh my goodness, I don't think so. No.
Okay. So Rand gets a sword from Avienda. That's pretty much all.
The gift of a blade.
The gift of the blade.
Kind of a very on the nose chapter.
And they end up falling asleep. And he says, he ends with saying he dreamed a confused dream of Min and Elaine helping him throw Avienda, wearing nothing but that necklace over his shoulder while she beat him over the head with a wreath of agave blossoms.
Yeah.
And we did learn that these blossoms have different meanings. Like when Melaine went to lay the wreath at Bear's feet, there was like she was searching far and wide for these nettles. That means that she's still a tough bitch. But you can get morning dew, and that means that you'll be submissive. You can get something else, and that means that you'll, I don't know. It's complicated, and Avienda didn't want to deal with it.
I do love that it's another indication that they're going to have a threesome or a three-way relationship.
Yeah, totally, right? There's Josh's little voice coming in.
Kay, if you had to make a bridal wreath, what would be in your bridal wreath?
What would you lay at Ryan's feet?
Not based on this book, right?
Weed, right?
Whatever you want to put in it.
It would be a wreath of really nice ganja.
The purple sticky.
This is the way.
Sticky. And yes. And it would be a groom wreath. I would absolutely make him wear it, but it might be a smaller size. You know what? I went somewhere with my brain with that and was like, yeah, back it up. Back it up. That's not appropriate. So I'm
back, and you hear the beep, beep.
I was thinking, a different type of head wreath, if you will. Different type of head wreath. That's all. Drink.
All right, we're
Josh, is there anything that we missed in this that you wanted to touch on?
Nope.
All right, let's take that break, Ryan.
All right, here is a break.
Oh my goodness.
10 minutes. Don't stop. Don't take your eyes off of this for 1 second, or we'll find out. The algorithm knows if you look away. Did you know that?
Yeah, they.
Bella horse. Bella horse. Bella horse. Bella horse. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Save Edwin. Save Edwin. Save Edwin. Save Edwin. Save the world. Save the world. Gotta save the world. Gotta save the world. Bella! you weak and lacking power? Are you barely paid by the hour? Why don't you join our wholesome group? Instantly be in the loop. Join the Shadow Pals and we will have some fun. We'll hunt some villagers and farmers on the run. Come join the Shadow Pals, I bet you'll rise in rank. Would not be imprisoned, somewhere cold and dank. Join the Shadow Pals. Join the Shadow Pals. Join the Shadow Pals.
The traffic. I can't read the boss. The baby. The dog. That does it. Calgon, take me away.
Lose your cares in the luxury of a Calgon bath. Calgon softens the water to leave skin feeling silky smooth as it lifts your spirits. The soft, luxurious, fragrant world of Calgon.
I love it.
Pamper yourself with a Calgon bath. Lose yourself in luxury.
wearing? What you wearing? Before we begin the next half of our show, I want to point out an official, unofficial sponsor of our show, Aurora's Gift Box. That's right, Etsy.com/shop/Aurora's Gift Box. Look at these amazing handmade gems, amulets, ringlets, cocklets, chestlets, quisieras,
with the wreath thingy.
bistieras. I mean, like, there's so many ways you could like take these and reappropriate them.
Crowns, little tiaras, little necklaces, and whatnot. I mean, some of that little gold wiring around the stones are fantastic.
It's incredible.
Yes.
And if you go onto her Instagram or Etsy page, you can see how they're like adjusted and everything. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely phenomenal.
All right, bring that mic close to you again. Just slide that over.
Oh my goodness.
Always at the mic.
It's just me like moving.
All right, here we go.
There we go. Yeah, right there's perfect.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Guys, I hope you have a drink handy.
Oh yeah, I topped off.
Because this Matt chapter is a goodie.
Speaking of drinks, do you have your own Way the Leaf mug or shot glass? If not,
golden rim.
Look at that. Yeah, actually, this. We cannot verify whether that's gold or not. It's gold colored. Look at that gold. Look at that gold colored rim on that. Maybe glass, shot glass. We think it's a glass.
Oh my god!
It's so pretty.
No,
it's a beautiful shot glass, and they do incredible work.
And they do break. Like we can verify. We've broken a couple of our own. We need to order some more. But yes, the Way the Leaf shot glass.
Ryan, actually, I just found out that we can add to the store a Way the Leaf cheese board that has a cutter.
A charcuterie board?
Cheese?
But it has a little wire cutter thing.
To cut the cheese? All right, so
the cheese, yeah.
That's what we do.
All right, and then seriously,
I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna get that for my house.
There is something amazing. We are the cheesiest puppets in town. Please go to newcreationsbyjen.com/The Way the Leaf, and you will find us.
She's a beautiful artist.
Boom.
We're not hard to find.
No.
Like the only way of the leaf.
You know, we get a pittance. We get a pittance for every purchase, but Jen by New Creations, they get more, and they're a cottage industry, and we're all about supporting local WOT fans and WOT businesses, and that's how communities are built and thrive. Tom,
and Rob Christensen has been
you're a little in the distance. I feel. I'm sorry. Tom, can we get Tom? Tom, where are you going? Tom,
I'm right here.
Come closer. Come closer. There you go, buddy.
Hello, little puppet.
Like we gotta create the illusion that you're not so diminutive.
It's just the map is so big.
That's what she said.
It is an entire world.
It's just too big.
I like the
literally like 2 weeks ago. Kay said that's a really big map.
I did.
That's what she said.
Can you give us, Tom? Can you give us the weather real fast in Ranland?
Yeah, well, it seems that it's going to be raining over here in Qatar. I think that's it. And moving down into Whitebridge, it's going to be rainy.
More rain.
Yep, there's rain moving from left to right, and it's going to proceed to become dark at night.
At night.
Yep.
Okay, and wait. How about wait? Back to Tom. After nighttime, what will happen in the morning?
It will slowly get brighter outside when the sun rises.
Okay.
And the weather is going to change on and off for a long time.
Like a wheel, like a cycle, right? Like a wheel. Okay, yeah.
Does the weather show when my power is going to be turned back on?
Oh my God.
Signs point to no.
No, never.
All right.
That's not happening.
72 and sunny, right? Right, Tom? Right? Yeah.
That worked. Great segment, Dan.
Well done. Chapter 22 is called Bird Calls at Night. We have the punk rock or the public enemy. Fight the power. He's the Trolloc is like, we got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Elvis was a hero.
He fights the power with a trident. Apparently, this Trolloc.
With the trident, yeah.
I watched a video last week where Ray Charles called Elvis a chump.
Oh, he married like a 14-year-old, so.
Who? I mean, hey! It's all about the science. Hey, it's all relative to the times, right? Everyone was doing it, right? Right?
What?
Right? Back then, right?
Back then, it was like the 60s.
Oh man, way back in the 60s, right? Everyone was doing it. It was normalized back then, right?
And where was he based? Mississippi? Sure.
Oh man, 14 was old.
14, you were considered an old maid.
You're a gentleman if you waited to 14.
Yeah.
We know, Stem. It's irony. It's called humor. Oh, we lost Kay.
Elvis's mom was 12 when she was married. And she...
Yeah. Okay, Dan, stop. Yeah. Stop there. yeah, stop there. Yeah. Oh, Donatello's going to finish the joke?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Turtles last for... We mature very young, but we last until we're like 80 or 90, right? So we generally, our peak age is about 50s. We try to hit like people right in their 50s. And I mean, so many eggs, guys. We're turtles.
The turtles mate for life.
Yeah, fuck, not in the sewer. We don't, baby.
If the sewer is a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know like when the manhole like shoots up like from the ground and like.
Oh man, that just reminds me of that. Oh, there's the old internet video of the turtle having sex. The turtle sounds.
With
there was some radio guy.
Wait, with dark web internet are you talking?
Oh no, it's hilarious. You gotta Google it.
Ninja
Wait. I feel like I'd be put on a list once I Google turtle sex sounds.
There was a morning show, like a radio morning show that used to play them on the radio.
Something else.
Wow.
That's what you walked into. You walked into something.
That looked like a Loki.
All right.
And who else? Who's here? Who's here? What we got? That's all. I'm just.
You could easily cosplay as that. Oh, what was the female Loki's name? Like,
was it 2 girls, 1 turtle?
Yeah, that's it.
No. Oh.
I remember that.
It was Jar Guy. Google Jar Guy.
Jar Guy.
Brother Donatello, what have you done with Brother Dan?
Oh, no.
We need to get the show going.
Okay, you ready?
Josh.
Yeah.
Poor Josh.
3, 2, 1.
Etc. Just get the generic stuff. It's the same.
You know, when
you sound on my blanket.
I know, Ryan. You don't expect this scrawny dude. You expect someone with muscles. Hey, man, listen, fucker. Hey, Hey, the guy said stop touching this girl. Hey, it's me. I'm gonna get my butt kicked. Oh,
Totally got me.
Never would have guessed. And then, can you recreate getting your butt kicked for Patreon?
Yes, for Patreon, guys. It's only like $1 a month.
Here, I'll do sound effects.
Tell you how I got my ass kicked.
Ready?
Do you have a fly right on? Can you talk about that?
Yeah. Well, you know.
All right, you have to act as I make sound effects. Ready? You're getting beat up.
All right, you're getting beat up. 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's like a slow slap. Wait.
This is turned into
I
a
hope
whole
someone's
new
recording
show.
the sound he's making.
I've lost it. I've lost it.
Yeah, I think Tom lost it too, but thank God we can't see below his waist.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's a half a pack of Rolaids in my pocket or if I'm just excited to hear that.
We're just gonna keep jogging then. We just keep going and going. I don't know what this.
I would have beat
don't know
their
what
ass
that
with
image
my
means. Ryan.
nunchucks.
I don't know.
All right, chapter 19.
19.
Chapter 23. Chapter 22.
Oh no!
You test tube, baby?
You test tube, baby.
Do you remember that from House Party?
No, I don't even
God
know what you're
damn
talking
it.
about. It was
That-
just really
that
funny.
The
dad
lying
gave the
face
greatest
down in his
bird.
blankets. Matt was getting his back rubbed.
Matt's getting his back rubbed. He's settling for thumbs. Quote. I mean, so here's a few drinking obligations right here, right
Nuts
off the
he didn't
bat.
know he had.
After a long day in the saddle, nothing was as good as a massage. Well, some things were, but right then he was willing to settle for her thumbs.
That sounds like some dark web shit right there.
That's dark web shit right there.
Willing
So
to
I'm
settle
drinking
for
her.
thumbs.
Can someone
let me
tell
stir
us
my
more
Like,
drink.
you're
about
pretty
the
strong
thumbing?
for being so short. And he's like,
dark
fuck you.
web? It's not fingering anymore. It's like thumbs.
Thumbing? He's
Thumbing.
thumbing?
For someone who's literally never been on the dark web before, I genuinely don't know.
Matt's getting thumbed.
Okay.
It says, quote, he could
For
remember
$1?
being tall.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
taller
so
than
I
him.
think you might be on the dark web, you just don't know about it.
That's how it works, right?
That's how it works. Yeah.
I am the dark web.
Yeah!
Shadow web.
WWF this motherfucker.
Oh yeah! Be a man, Hogan.
Well, you know me, Gene.
Oh, here it comes.
What? That's all I said. That's all I said.
That was it.
You're like, what? What?
That was the impersonation ended there.
When you're on the precipice, Brother Dan, did you say to the ocean, well, you know, ocean?
I said, oh, you little Hulkamaniacs out in the water.
And then I ripped off my coat.
That was when the gods came down and put the power of the warrior in his veins.
And then, like, the guy was punching me, right? But I put my hand to my ear, and the crowd was like, no, no. And the guy kept punching me, and I was like, I don't even care. And then I punched him, and he was like, what? And he punched me, and I punched him. And he punched me, and I didn't even flinch. And then I punched him, and he fell to one knee.
And then you started repeatedly punching him over and over and over again.
Well,
as the crowd crescendoed into an American fervor.
And then I hit him with my nunchucks.
Fervor.
You stole Michelangelo's nunchucks?
What just happened? You went
Brother
from...
Donatello?
Hold on. What do I got? A katana? What do I got? Them fork things?
The bow staff.
Oh, I got a
You
bow
should know you get to rub your staff down every night with oils.
Yeah, that's right.
Twat.
Oh, there he went.
You're not wrong, twat.
Oh, gosh darn it. All right, I'm sorry, Josh. Come back. So, Matt.
Josh was working.
Matt's getting a massage. Melinda seems awesome, guys.
Excited.
Melinda's naked, straddling Matt, giving him a massage, making him feel like a man. You know what I mean? Treating him
Well,
like a man.
no. But
But we do hear, so Matt remembers when he was taller. He's like, I used to be taller than Ren when I rode against Arthur Hawkwing back in that life. But here we do see the limitations of his memory. It says, quote, he remembered pretty much, quote, nothing after Arthur Pendrag Tenreal and nothing before Maycene of Eharon. So nothing before this guy Maycene and nothing after Hawkwing.
Yeah, well, I mean, Hawkwing goes back pretty far, I think. That's a few hundred years at least.
Sure, but at least now we know what the boundaries are of his memories.
So this is Rand that we're talking about. Yes, that's like.
This is Matt.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, we're still on
Well,
Matt.
they're both doing that. So, yeah, Matt walks. Okay, I don't think we're there yet, but he ends up standing in the shadow of Rand, and I was also thinking, I'm just, you know me, so like I'm just gonna splurt them all out. The thoughts.
Giggity.
The thoughts.
The thoughts, that is. Which is that, yeah, Matt might be like, I don't know, he's standing in the shadow of Rand, which was weird to me, and it feels like that's telling from like a Robert Jordan perspective, and it just stood out to me because it's an odd thing to mention. Why would you mention that some person is standing in somebody else's shadow? It was odd, and so I honed in on that, and I don't know what I think about it necessarily, other than like I think that maybe they're just like polar opposites. There's a bunch of like powerful people that just ended up in Edmund's Field. Makes no sense to me at this point either, so I'm gonna be all over the map, if you will, Tom, with this one.
Oh, nice tie-in.
It's just a little.
Well, let me ask you, Kay, do you think that when he uses the word shadow, that it has two meanings?
I do, yeah. I think that Robert Jordan in much of these books has two meanings or more. And I feel like I'm going to have so much fun on the reread of everything, and I can't wait for that, honestly, because the second, third, fourth time for me is typically better.
Yeah. I can vouch.
Yeah. I mean, like the first time's never like what you expect, and then so this is very different and not what I expected. And I've never read fantasy or science fiction ever before.
This is your first foray into fantasy as well?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it really is. I didn't even read the Harry Potter books. I saw the movies, and I loved them, and I was totally fascinated and was like, if I read anything that's super unreal and from another world, I'll read those, right? But, like, that was also 10 years ago, so I don't know. Plus. Maybe not. Maybe I'm 5, and you don't know, so.
These are great points. Maybe you're 5 years old.
Maybe.
And we don't know.
It was only 2 years ago I decided to start reading fantasy.
Yeah.
You've only known me as 2. I'm 2.
Ageless.
I am ageless. Thank you, Tom. That's the word I was looking for.
Let me ask you, and Josh, if you're listening, let me ask you both. The fact that Matt has asked about the Daughter of the Nine Moons a few times. He knows what the Daughter of the Nine Moons means for him, right? He was told that he was going to marry the Daughter of the Nine Moons.
Right, so that just keeps on popping up as land fear, though, so, like, what?
Well, he asked Elaine again, and she's like, I've told you it does not lay down. And then he says he's going to welter rum, which we'll drink to that in a second. But do you think the fact that he keeps asking are you sure you don't know anything about Daughters of the Nine Moon? Is it because he's getting super stoked with her and like wants to maybe marry her?
Yeah, maybe.
No, I think that he's just like super interested. I mean, he talks about how wanting to be with a bunch of different women and like do that for as long as he can, right? Which I think tracks with a lot of not male. I don't want to be specific because it doesn't actually track at all. I was very much, anyways. It's very much like a whole thing where you just want to like find out more about yourself through experiences, and it sounds like Matt is more blunt and to the point about all of that. Gosh,
it's true.
It's Josh. He really like goes the other way when I get on these rants, but. It's fun to think about.
The next scene there, I mean, the welting of rumps comes up.
Yes.
Yeah, and she also gave his ass a good slap and says, quote, she slapped his bottom hard as she climbed back on, murmuring, good muscle. That whole thing I underlined. So that whole thing's a drinking obligation. I mean, as she climbed back
There
on,
were like
it's
so
freaking
many
great.
drinking obligations.
She's
in
naked.
that. Can I just take like a big gulp?
Yeah.
Yep.
On camera.
But yeah, so Welcher rum. Let's go ahead and just combine the two.
It's good juice. Nutritious.
And then
we, yeah,
the
right
alarm.
to the action.
The alarms happen. Blackbird calls, seemingly everywhere in the tent and outside as well. And a moment later, a red wing. We learn a red wing means south. The blackbird means north. So they're coming into two different directions. Melindra just like throws on her shufa and runs out naked. She's
Yeah,
like,
it's fantastic. I really hope I like that's just such a it's so badass. Just like she's like,
Yes.
yep, this is all I need.
And Matt's like, no, I have memories of generals in my head. I'm gonna want my boots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
want
Rand
my
just, like,
breeches.
grasps
I'm gonna want
onto
to dress
Sutter
a little bit.
and
Yeah.
leaves.
Yeah, Matt's cursing, trying to pull his pants on.
He immediately
awesome.
when he
And
comes
I
out of the
think
tent,
Butter.
he boom, a trowel. Oh no! Almost loses his head. And another drinking obligation. Tom, the phrase when referencing a Trolloc, an all too human head. That's a drinking obligation. That happens not often, but it happens a few times. So when describing Trollocs, they have all too human heads.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad I can at least see Brother Dan drinking with me on Discord. Thank you to everybody who's
Hi,
on
Kay.
Discord. Hi. It's good to see you. In the
Next time I'll have
Also-
my camera set up for that.
Guys, also another Robert Jordanism
Dude, it's so
is
much fun.
right after another drinking obligation. It was a harsh language never meant for a human tongue. He uses this a couple times, so let's drink.
Oh no.
Did he say
Yeah, I know.
in that
When we hit the old favorites, Ryan.
I don't know the rules anymore.
I'm not going to say it's lazy writing. I'm going to say it is
Consistent.
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 consistent. Yeah.
Always.
I underline where Matt said, "I am no bloody hero."
Well, wow, I almost wore my Matt shirt.
I
Dan,
know.
Dan,
These
these
in
are-
a row, right?
Dan, you can't do that to us.
Ryan.
It's a Tuesday night. All right.
Cheers. We just have to take small sips.
I burped into the mic. I need better discipline.
Laugh again, puppets. Nils.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you have that one.
As
You don't
these
That-
frolics
This
and
is
dark
aggressive.
friends, you know, we're sitting
all
in.
caps.
Remember the?
You know,
the
what do you expect from
drunk check?
Althor's taint?
Yeah.
I expect aggressiveness.
Well, I mean, if I saw this
But I
before
like
we
that.
drank, I would have said, "No, we're not drinking. We don't
Just
abide by this
Just
aggressive."
to spite. Just to spite.
Well, you know me.
Feel spiteful.
The
I
puppets
know.
look drunk.
Gosh.
You know me.
Where everyone tilts their head a little bit, except Ryan. You're so not a team player, Ryan.
I'm reading the chat.
Frolic puppets. Nice. All right, so Trollocs and Dark Friends are
Stop
attacking.
moving your mic, Carissa. Move it back.
Yeah, move it all the way. Come on. Get.
Come on, you do that.
Come on, we don't need it off mic. Put it on mic.
A little bit close.
Very good.
Yeah. That's what
closer
my
the better.
mic.
You're
I
great.
have a mic
You're great.
attached 1 inch from my
Yes.
face right now.
ASMR, Carissa.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank
Pull it all
you
the way.
so much. Hello.
All right, so there's Trollocs and Dark Friends. Ryan, did you bounce her?
Yes, that was really
All
loud.
right, good.
Totally did.
And they are yelling, Samael, and the golden bee, Samael. We know who Samael is, Kay, right?
Josh does. Is it
Samael is one of the Forsaken.
Ace? Wait, no. Is it? Well, okay, just a Forsaken.
Yes.
Not
right, one
like
of Forsaken.
Also another person.
The golden bees are also indicative of something, but I'm not sure.
The golden bees. I have a note written down about that.
Yeah, what is your note read?
It just says golden bees.
Oh,
Wild Josh appears.
And Josh comes out of nowhere. For the birds and the bees
I don't know. That's Josh is being sus right now. Look at Sussy Josh right now.
Sus? He is
He's
sus.
in and
He
he's
keeps
out.
going and quickly.
Josh
we got to
is
see the
being,
golden bees in the show.
Super
also.
Dad, I'm sure. And
We
Josh
did.
Did we? Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't have noticed that. I don't think at this point. Would I have?
There's
I don't
Sussy.
know. I don't think I. Hi, sus. Well, did he responds?
What did I miss?
Well, so we're talking about the Trollocs attack.
Samael
and they're
and the
yelling,
golden bees.
Samael, and the golden bees.
Mm-hmm.
They later talk about this whole thing, and Asmodean is pretty sure that it probably wasn't Samael. They were just pretending it was Samael so that you can do it. But this was, we would say, an attack by a Forsaken regardless, right?
Yeah, seems like it.
Do you think it was Samael?
Samael?
Yeah.
He's the one who has it out for Rand, but doesn't generally attack until he feels like it's in his best interest.
Correct.
There he is. Beautiful specimen. That brain.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, they certainly seem to. I forget. It seemed to, someone seemed to indicate to him. Asmodean seemed to indicate to him that it might be.
Yes.
Asmodean suggested it was not Samael. That it was other Forsaken trying to set Samael up to get him out of the way.
Shade.
So, anyways, yeah, that's cool.
This is the teeniest.
It's not like Samael.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the tiniest little chapter.
I know, and then we're gonna be done. We're gonna be hang out in Discord.
We have 24 as well, right?
No, we're not gonna.
No, we're not doing that. Oh,
No,
I'm sorry, I missed that. Sorry.
I'm saying let's just stop at 23 and move on. I put it in private chat.
So, that Rand is like, oh, he baited me at this place, and Asmodean's like, oh, I didn't know that.
Right. He's like, he did it before at this place, and he's like, oh.
Oops.
It's like, huh, that's pretty interesting.
This stuff with
He did not know where Serendahar had been or anything but what he had said. The words had just come out.
Came out. Mm-hmm.
Well, so this is interesting. I tend to, sorry, Josh. I tend to like be more aware during the first part of the chapters, and then during the last part of the chapters that I expect we're going to discuss. And then I really do pay attention, but it gets lost in the shuffle. Anyways, I was expecting to talk about 24 tonight.
I do love that this at the end. At the end of this chapter, we learn why the maidens are all carrying dolls.
Yeah.
Right.
It's because they left Rand basically undefended. What did you guys talk about? What's her fucking name? Melindra.
We talked a little bit about her.
The massage.
She made us drink a lot.
And the.
Yeah, she had a few drinking.
What about all the like shadow references?
Yeah.
And the dark, the shade references.
Okay,
and stuff?
yes, they did bring this up.
This is what got me thinking about I yield dark friends.
Yes! This is kind of fun because then I told you my thing and he didn't hear it and I was going to tell you his thing and that's exciting.
What was your thing?
You tell us your thing. Wait, do you want to know my thing
I just
first?
did.
I mean, it's just basically that. Like, also got me really thinking, like, about just Matt kind of standing. Well, Matt was standing in the shadow of Rand, so like it was just an odd thing that felt like it was important because it's always important.
Yeah, I had asked if the word. I had asked if the word shadow had a double meaning here.
Yep.
That's how I read it.
It's a lowercase shadow.
It is lowercase shadow.
And then she says later, to be near the mighty, you must stand in their shade.
In their shade. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, she's also like, you know, she's literally whispering in his ear.
In his ear, like seducing him.
Guys, I just want to point out just how great Matt and Melinda's sex was going to be after this battle. And she's like, oh, you fucked up that fade. She says, quote, you are as tall as a man needs to be.
And then he puts his arm around her. Yeah.
I saw you with the Night Runner. See, that's better. We don't have to drink for that. If it was Shadow
Runner,
then yeah.
What about it moved like a snake?
Move like a snake. That's.
I mean that's on the cusp.
That is on the cusp. I had thought of underlining where
I'm on the cusp.
Yeah, where the sword was like a snake's tongue or something. I was like, all right, that's where
Mydral's blade flickered like a serpent's tongue.
Yeah. I was like, all right, we're hitting this metaphor pretty hard.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Shit, man. Wow, yeah. Like, I'm sure that the actual sex could not have been as good as this build-up to the possibility.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, it was really good build-up, but I don't.
Yeah, one time I unplugged the toilet and I walked into bed. I was like, I'm a hero, and it was amazing. But
that was not me, mind you.
Liquids all over.
Glad you.
I remember that day. I was in the sewer.
Oh, fun.
Right. You had all kinds of shit that came down.
Literally.
Oh no.
It was so good.
And that's my cue.
All right, end scene. All right, so in the meantime, Rand
end stream.
Bio. In the meantime, Rand is also dealing with battle. He's hearing the shit going down in the valley below, to the north, to the south. He's like, yeah, I heard my alarms go off. Everyone's battling. That's cool. Suddenly, bum, 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 bum. Drakkar Noir, which means Drakkar in the night, right?
Yeah.
They try to take Avienda.
So Avienda and Rand's love affair seems to be firing up. No pun. Yeah.
Firing up.
Saving each other's lives, I guess.
Again.
Like that trauma.
I do think that they're not that far away from fucking at this point.
Oh, for sure. They're all gonna be fucking soon, and I'm there for it.
Yes.
I mean, Rand is so angry at her and just distracted by her because of his attraction. Right? It's like spiraling out of control.
It's so good. There's so much tension. They're gonna fuck it out. It's gonna be good.
He used Balefire again, though, which is dangerous.
Yep. Can't even look at his leg.
But he's
because he's sexually frustrated.
A finger thin stream of it, though.
It's the blue balls of weaves.
Balefire equals blue balls.
It's what all edgelords use when they're frustrated with women and they're angry. They just start little streams of balefire.
Edgelords?
Rand is the original edgelord.
Oh no.
That tracks.
Thank you.
Yeah, no. Tell guys.
Yeah, no. Everyone on the
Ryan,
internet knows
you're a
what I'm talking-
cesspool of sexual terminology.
I'm a cesspool?
Of sexual terminology, yeah.
No, yeah. Thank you. I thought more lexicon or a bridge dictionary, but fine, cesspool, whatever.
Yeah,
Cesspool.
you're a gutter, Ryan.
It's only the gutter.
Whatever.
So, guys, 2 Drakar show up.
You're gonna be at a musical festival. I'm sorry, Brother Dan. This guy's gonna be at a musical festival. Everyone's gonna be naked. He's gonna be seeing more genitals than Trump in the last 4 years of his presidency. And he's like talking to me about guttural. You gotta go check your shit, bro.
Oh, is this one of those festivals? Is this like one of those new?
Oh,
No, this is a family festival, so
then
Well,
there's
yeah,
not a lot of nudity.
You brought your family to the Nudie Fest festival. That.
all right. Let's move on.
Whoa.
Hey,
Was it in
Josh
West Virginia?
Is taking
We're
notes.
like-
No,
he
the-
knows how
the
to
guy
like word
serving
It was
off.
in the
falafel.
right. It was in left Virginia, not West
There's a guy
Virginia.
who's serving falafels and didn't even wear a hairnet.
Ew.
Or
They were
underwear.
they were really good falafels balls.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like balls?
I'm sure.
The
Hey,
the falafel ball.
Seriously, can we get through this?
sure, I
let's-
may taste
The hairy falafel
pie,
balls,
but
as
I
Dan
wouldn't eat the
describes
filthy
them.
motherfucker. Yes. So Rand.
Avienda saves him from
like-
2 Drakar.
He kills a Drakar, and then Avienda throws some fire at him. He's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck, woman?" And she's like, "Fine, fuck you," and leaves.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was another Drakar right behind him, gonna snatch his soul. He comes in. He's like, "I'm sorry. Hey, baby, I'm sorry. Baby. Baby, I'm sorry." She's like, whatever. He leaves. The wise woman and Egwin show up. Egwin's like, "Did you get her mad? Blah blah blah." Men. All right, so that's actually the last drinking obligation of this chapter. Is you've upset her again, haven't you? She saved your life, and you men. With a disgusted shake of her head, she brushed past him and into the tents. That's a 4-string.
The rank.
All right.
Lana Moraine show up. Moraine's like, "Yeah, I'm not here to hold your hand anymore. You take care of your own shit." He's like, "Fine, I'll do what I want." He's like, "Why hadn't they come though? Because Lan can detect shadow things like Drakar."
Shadow things, yeah,
And so he goes and shadow things.
Shadow things like shadow people.
Shadow spawn.
Is it shadow spawn or is it shadow people that are like, or people of the dark one, or people that are?
These are all good questions.
Of dark power, or
Keep it
power comes great dark responsibility.
I think so. Like, to break the fucking wheel. Let's set the TAVERN free.
Oh no! Hey! Let's keep the conspiracy theory low. Case I say.
Sorry.
So the maidens all show up. They're like, "Rand, fuck, Rand. There was all the action was down there, and I see you have Drakar here. We fucked up. We were supposed to protect you." And so they're like, they hold out their spears. They're like, "Here,
Discard mute, please.
here, take it." He's like, "What do you want me to do with that shit?" They're like, "Whatever you want." He's like, "Go protect my stop with this Giotto shit." And they don't want to let it go. They're like, "Hey, we got to talk about how we fucked up." And he's like, "Dude, it's forgotten and forgiven."
I really like the next part there where he's talking to Asmodean.
Right. So he goes to see Asmodean. And go ahead, Tom.
The interesting part that I think, and I'm curious to see what Josh and Kay think here. He said, they're talking about, Asmodean says, you didn't think that I would come out and help, did you? He said, I felt the Drakkar. He felt them, like he could sense them. That's interesting. And then he said, we should never have made them. They have fewer brains than a Trolloc. Give them an order, and they still sometimes kill whatever's closest. If I had come out, if I had done something, what if someone had noticed? But I just really thought it was interesting that he said he could feel them and that, like we should never have made them. What do you guys think about that?
Never should have made them.
That he's reticent about the fact that the dark folk made them in the.
Yeah, he says, "quote I've
Shadow
never
Tower.
liked your car. We should have never made them. They have fewer brains than a Trolloc."
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I mean,
It's interesting. I mean, like what they made, like this is a weaponized type of thing, like COVID or something.
Are you saying Kevin was weaponized? No.
I don't know.
Oh wow.
He's full of the conspiracy theories tonight.
The more
I don't know.
The more important thing to me about this paragraph is that he can channel still, and that he could fill himself with Sidene enough that Rand would sense it and kill him. To me, that's the more important part than the Drakkar bit. I mean, the Drakkar bit's interesting, but I can understand their reticence if it could easily turn and kill someone who's on the dark side, right?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
it also shows that Rand can sense if someone's holding Sidene.
Right.
Yeah. But correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Lanfear explain to Rand at the end of the last book that she left him some ability to channel so that he could teach him?
He could teach him, right?
Yes. Specifically.
Yes.
Okay, I was making sure.
Hadn't totally reined him in completely, but
yeah.
That's why.
Which, by the way, I think this is what I think this is what Balzaman did. The Dark One did to Moiraine in the show. Shielded her and tied it off.
Right. But left somebody with a little. Wait, what? But
just a trickle of power.
Yeah.
So she might still have a trickle of power. Okay. So. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how she's going to figure out that she's not stilled.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And the other bit,
doesn't the fact that Lan found her show that she wasn't completely?
That the bond wasn't broken.
The bond was not broken.
Right.
Yeah. The other thing about this too is that oh god damn it, I lost it. Sorry,
it's all late. Good. It's late.
I understand.
The next part is he's talking about Samwell and Samael and how and his tactics and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what you were gonna say.
Everyone's really upset when Josh forgets his thought, though.
Weird, because it's like, it's like someone goes up to the high dive and they're ready to jump, and then they're like, nope, and then like step back and go down the stairs.
You're right. I've done that.
You've never been on the high dive.
I walked.
Tried to, and I was scared, and I walked off.
Like how high though?
Like fuck that high.
Ryan,
fuck
I was
that
a
high.
timid
Nope,
child.
not. I actually couldn't walk all the way out. I couldn't do it. My
Right,
palms,
yeah,
my
yeah.
palms are sweating now just thinking about it. So.
I'm glad I brought this up as an example. It's so prescient.
So, Josh, to your
do
point,
you remember?
Yeah.
Not yet, no.
This last chapter and this chapter end with Rand dreaming about Aviendha.
Mm-hmm. Again.
And both of them are weird. This time he dreamed of Aviendha hurling fire, only she was not hurling it at a Drakkar. Side laugh. And Samael was sitting on her side laugh. So, Yeah, he's dreaming about Amanda.
Was this how we?
He's got childbearing hips. We know that.
Yes, but then he says, Avienda, you don't have to have anybody's
hips are
children
made for
or marry
babe.
anybody.
But we'll talk about that next week. Is there anything we wanted to...
I did remember, finally. It was about Rand severing Asmodean's connections to the Dark One, but we know that already.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
is there anything else that we missed in this chapter before we sign off for this week?
I'm just really excited about the sexual tension here, Brother Dan. So I'm going to put that out into the universe and hope for a good sex scene soon that we can get super trashed. Like, apparently.
Yeah. Oh my God! If someone actually has sex on the show,
what are we gonna do?
What's gonna happen?
No, not on the show, but like in the book, right?
No, in our show tonight, like.
Guys, who would you rather see though, Rand and Avienda or Matt and Mullane, or Melindra?
Matt,
big time.
For
they're doing freaky shit.
Oh yeah.
Show. They get some steamy, spicy 5 stars.
Rand and Avienda would be like guilty, like uncomfortable sex.
Yeah. What would Melindra's safe word have to be?
Something old tongue.
Oh, well, that's on that note, Melinda's safe word. Maybe we'll
2 thumbs.
We'll name this episode Melinda's safe word. Tom.
She gave Matt her thumbs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think it's only fair he gives them back.
Yeah, but where were those thumbs? We never really knew. She said the back, but there's a lot of back, right?
We know lots of fingering happens. So.
All right.
There is one last thing to bring up.
Oh no! The music's going.
The dream about Avienda and Samael. It makes me wonder if there's some connection between the two of them being implied here.
Okay, what kind of connection are you thinking?
I don't know, between like Samael and the Golden Bees, and then the dream of Avienda sitting next to Samael with Samael laughing. Like, it seems like there might be some, like, why Avienda sitting next to Samael?
Yes.
Just a question to follow up on later.
Good question.
Well, no, Samael was sitting at her side.
Yeah,
right.
Laughing.
Yeah.
Her using the one power.
Was it a dream? Or was it like a dream with a capital D, or a dream, or just a dream?
Right. Is it then the TAR, or is it just a normal dream? Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's Daffo dream and find out, everybody. It's time to go to bed. We wanted to get through.
We're gonna try. We're gonna do 3.
Brother.
No, we're gonna do fucking 4 chapters. We're going to do 4 chapters, 23, 24, 25, and 26.
All right, well, Brother Dan...
we just did 23, right?
Nope.
No, we just
22.
did 22. 23, we did not. The 5th I give you, we did not. By the way, who... You know what? I've heard of 8ths and quarters and halves, but 5ths? What are they selling?
No,
like
yeah, those are speedballs. Those are like, those are powder.
No.
Those are powder measurements.
You get a 5th of like brandy.
Oh my God, Tom just did a fucking hella railway. Tom, what? Are you not sharing?
Did you just rail out, Tom?
Chief.
Did you just speedball, Tom?
Anyways.
All right, well, hey, Tom's gonna be ready for Discord after the show.
You've heard all the chief.
All right, hey, let's see you next week.
I love you and I'm proud of you.
As always, run for your lives. This is the way to leave.
Bye.